Good day to all my subscribers and to everyone who has stumbled upon my channel, dedicated to overcoming stuttering. In this short clip, we will talk about whether it's possible to completely get rid of stuttering in 3 days. Is it possible to get rid of stuttering in 3 days? All of this comes with a life guarantee. It can be done in 2, 3, 4 days or even within a week completely. In order to then there were no relapses, and you could say with complete certainty that the problem is no longer there and won't be anymore. Well, let's think logically about who seeks help with these problems. It could be a 14-year-old teenager, or it could be an adult who is around 30, 35 years old. There are students who seek help at 50 or 55 years old. At that age, some of them certainly have health complications, and they still want to improve their speech. So, before stuttering lasted for many years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it was probably daily. Fear, panic, negativity, fears, panic, regarding the feeling that something isn't working out, with some negativity towards both oneself and others, perhaps those who they looked at you and maybe laughed a bit or covered their mouths to avoid laughing, I would give. Because if a person stutters a lot, if they have severe stuttering, then, well, it's hard to, it's hard to hold back. And at least I don't know. It's just automatic. Some of them smile. There was a mark in the pace, meaning I had many girls. So once you learned, they just stupidly there. They would cover their mouths, turn their faces away to avoid laughing. Yet I endured, and to avoid laughing, yes, it was unpleasant, yes, it was tough, but I got through it, and I know what that's like, and just imagine. That is, stuttering on average begins at 56 years of age. A person stutters there every day. Again, he experiences thousands of blocks, and it's already kind of ingrained in his subconscious. And then someone tells him, hey Vasya, you can completely get rid of your stuttering in 3 working days, or maybe 3 weekends. No, I ran away here. And it's like, hey, cool, right? Cool. But how can this happen if, was it a problem for many, many years? No surgery, no hypnosis either. Not at all, or even remotely. There are no pills either, because that would lead to results like this sluggish speech. It's unstable because the pills, the injection, they'll pass, and then what? Then it's the same life, and accordingly the same speech that was there before. Yeah, so basically before taking any sedatives or similar relaxing massages, because different means are offered by reviewers. There are massages, pills. There are even some weeks, days of absolute and complete silence, just all sorts of nonsense. In fact, we can't listen to the so-called specialists that are out there on the internet who offers their services. So, what can you actually achieve there? You can go in for a day, 2, 3, or 4 days. You can easily get instructions that will allow you to independently influence the maximum normalization of your speech. With such a problem as stuttering, that is, yes, it is possible. Somewhere in a few days you can learn to speak perfectly on camera. You can learn not to be afraid of your teacher and with him. So, like reading or retelling something with gloves on next to them, yes, that's possible. But that doesn't mean that later you'll leave your teacher and be able to talk to anyone just like that, because that's simply impossible. Yes, that would be nice, but it's a fairy tale. But doing well in a course doesn't guarantee success with others. You took that course and you did well with your teacher. That doesn't mean that you won't be able to do just as well with other people. So yes, it might work out. Yes, that happens too, but not always, not everywhere. You have to get it who wants it, just like that. There's no 100% cure for stuttering. Yeah, I understand, I wanted that myself. Yeah, I've stumbled upon those traps too, paid a lot of money, really a lot of money. I know by Moscow standards, but by the standards of the Moscow region, yes, it was. So you try your best, but again, it's important to understand that they give you useful tools. It doesn't matter who I'm addressing. before you are given useful tools. You have to work with them, meaning positive dynamics. It can be different, meaning yes, maybe you can achieve perfection in some areas. There we will meet one of the second people. You on the phone in a decent meeting. So if something doesn't work out, just take it in stride. So be prepared for the fact that you will have to work a lot, even if it's just a little on your speech. As one of my students said, to avoid disappointment, it's better not to get your hopes up in the first place, meaning don't give yourself false hopes. The idea of 100% cure in just a few days is just silly, guys. Yes, I would like that. I wanted it very much too, but I had my own mistakes. After those 3 days of my personal training, which was about 6 years ago, after a month, there were some mistakes, maybe a few after about 6 months. A small range of situations in small situations and like in various situations, but those were quite rare, but they were no longer hard blocks. So there were burning moments, pauses, thinking things through, analyzing what else you can do, just thinking how to do it right. And this process is normal, meaning, as practice shows, the best result in speech, the structure of stuttering, achieves in concrete results those who set themselves adequate boundaries from the start, those who understand that they need to work, but not in a way that feels like hard labor. No, it can actually be, after a few days, quite an enjoyable job on changing yourself and changing your speech, your life, your way of thinking to achieve results and so on. There are students who initially set themselves, for example, a maximum plan and a minimum plan over a few months. So they were already prepared for the fact that if something didn't work out with someone, they would naturally take it in stride. They would comprehend where the mistake was. Maybe someone is asking me something like, to better understand this. No. They are definitely ready for the fact that if something doesn't work out, if they struggle for a few days or maybe 2 or 3 weeks, either they won't give up, then I won't raise the white flag in front of stuttering like they promised me I'd get rid of it, but I didn't. So, guys, just logically weigh all the arguments for and against. Is it really possible to completely get rid of stuttering? 100%. There, in just a few days, yes, there is also a lifetime guarantee. But on the other hand, don't lose hope, because there is another, more realistic path that you can gradually follow systematically, step by step, by correcting your own speech and normalizing both your thinking and actually speech results, which will definitely be positive. If just stick to it and not to fall apart if something doesn't work out. So thank you for your attention. Good luck all. See you soon.